All right, if you've got a big exam coming up, you have landed in a perfect spot. Today, we're going to break down a complete guide to not just taking a test, but absolutely mastering it. We're talking from day one of studying all the way to that moment you finally put your pencil down. You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You're just staring at this mountain of books and notes, and it feels like you're trying to solve some impossible puzzle. Every piece is jumbled up, the solution feels miles away. Yeah, it's a totally overwhelming feeling. So let me ask you, have you ever felt that way? That little voice in your head, that deep down anxiety that just whispers, there's no way I can figure this out. Well, I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can. And we're about to break down exactly how.
Okay, first things first, let's just completely reframe this whole experience. An exam is not some giant wall they built just to stop you. Nope. Think of it as a path. It's your own personal journey, and it's designed to get you from point A to point B.
Think of it like this. That exam, it's the bridge. It connects where you are right now, maybe you're in college, to where you want to be, like, say, walking into Calderon Hall for your very first day of med school. And this guide, well, this is your roadmap for crossing that bridge. So how do we even start? We start by forging the right tools. See, success doesn't just happen on exam day. It starts weeks, even months before. It all begins with mastering your preparation. And this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You can't just wander onto that bridge and hope you make it to the other side. You need a strategy. You need a plan. Because without one, you're just setting yourself up for a much, much tougher journey. You know, the goal here is to study smarter, not just harder. And it all starts with knowing yourself. How do you actually learn best? Then you got to be strategic. Don't just read everything in sight. Figure out what the exam is really testing. For tests like the NMAT, for instance, it's as much about logic as it is about knowledge. And the thing that holds all of this together, you guessed it, discipline. That discipline helps you build a winning routine. Step 1, buddy up. Find someone to keep you accountable. 2, write your goals down. It makes them feel real, tangible. 3, keep it simple. Set small, achievable goals every single day. And 4, and this one is so important, learn to rest. Pacing is absolutely everything if you want to avoid burnout. Now, let's talk about the big monster in the room, procrastination. Look, it's not a character flaw. It is not laziness. It is very simply your brain's natural defense system kicking in, trying to steer you away from something it thinks is going to be painful. And the trick to beating it is actually pretty simple. You just have to reframe your thinking. It's all about flipping the script in your head. Instead of focusing on the zombie, the painful slog of studying, you focus on the sunflower, the reward, that awesome feeling of accomplishment when you're done. Minimize the pain and magnify the gain. Okay, so once you've got that mindset and a solid routine locked in, now we can start to unlock the really powerful mental tools, the stuff that makes information actually stick. It's time to harness your brain's incredible potential. And these are all backed by science, by the way. Active learning, stuff like doing practice questions, that builds strong connections in your brain. Practice makes permanent. Taking breaks lets your brain use what's called diffused thinking. That's when it keeps working on problems in the background while you relax. Spaced repetition, studying over time, is way, way better than cramming. And finally, sleep. Seriously, that's when your brain actually moves information into your long-term memory. All right, you've prepared. You've forged your tools. Now, it's game day. We're shifting gears from preparation to execution. This is what we call the art of testmanship, the actual strategy of taking the test itself. Because let me tell you, sometimes how you take the test is just as important as what you know. I mean, think about what really leads to success on an exam. Knowledge, of course. That's the biggest piece of the pie, about 40%. But your skill, your strategy, your pacing, that's a huge 30%. And don't discount intuition, that gut feeling you develop after a ton of practice. That's another 20. Heck, even luck plays a little part. It's the whole package. Listen up, because if there is one skill to rule them all on a multiple choice exam, this is it. The process of elimination is your single most powerful weapon. A lot of the time, you can find the right answer just by figuring out which ones are definitely wrong. So here's your quick-fire toolkit for when you're in the hot seat. First, scan the whole section. Get the lay of the land. See a hard question? Skip it. Come back later. It's a long problem? Read the actual question at the end of it first. And as you're reading, mentally underline those key facts. And what happens when that wave of anxiety hits you? Because, trust me, it probably will. When it does, just stop. Put your pencil down, close your eyes. Take one slow, deep breath, recenter yourself. It only takes a few seconds, but I promise you it can make all the difference in the world.
And you've done it. The exam is over. But hold on, the process isn't. Now comes the part everyone forgets about, but it's so important: recovery and self-compassion. This is your victory lap.
The first and most important step here: detox. And I mean a full detox. No talking about the questions with friends, no frantically checking your notes to see what you got wrong. Just disconnect. Let your brain rest. It has more than earned it. And please never forget this. After all that intense effort, taking a real break isn't some luxury, it's a necessity. You need it for your mental health, you want it for your sanity, and you 100% deserve it for all your hard work. So before the results even come out, you need to congratulate yourself. Seriously, because there is no better feeling in the world than knowing deep down that you gave it your all, that you prepared, you focused, you did everything you possibly could. That feeling right there, that's a victory.
So let's boil all of this down to the master key. These are your non-negotiable cardinal rules for mastering any exam you ever face.
Let's burn these into our brains, okay? 1. Review well, use those smart techniques we talked about. 2. Trust yourself, trust the work you put in. 3. Pace yourself, build that sustainable routine. 4. Call for support, you are not in this alone. And 5. Rest and relax. Remember, it's part of the process, not a break from it.
And let's end with the most important rule of all. Whatever your goal is, becoming a doctor, an engineer, whatever, the most powerful tool you have is your own belief in yourself. Study hard, prepare smart, and then walk into that exam room with the confidence that you have earned. You've got this.